So, after the confirmation that Gabriel Bortoleto will drive for Sauber next season in their second seat, it pretty much ends the dreams in Formula 1 of a few drivers, one of them being Mick Schumacher, who was in the frame to return to Formula 1 with the team thanks to his connections with the team's boss Mattia Binotto. But those dreams, unfortunately, now appear to be over. But let's have a look at what's been said about this, guys. There's a full article on the F1Chronicle.com as always that I'll be reading from today. And I'll just give my thoughts on the situation as well at the end of this. So, Audi-owned Sauber skipped over the other options that it had, including incumbent driver Valtteri Bottas and Mick Schumacher, and confirmed that it has signed up rookie Gabriel Bortoleto for the 2025 season. That is despite the fact that just weeks ago, Blick correspondent and veteran Formula 1 journalist Roger Benoit confidently reported that Bottas, 34 years of age, would stay at the team next year. A successful team boss told me on Sunday at the Brazilian Grand Prix, "Sorry, the people in charge at Audi Sauber gave me the wrong information. They obviously didn't know themselves." 10-time Grand Prix winner Bottas's bad news meant that for the first time in decades there'll not be a single Finnish driver on the grid next year. It's sad of course, but it was a bit expected, said Mika Salo, a former Finnish F1 driver who drove Ferrari and also Sauber in the past. Valtteri stayed there for a surprisingly long time, he told it at Sanomat newspaper. Yeah, I mean there's been a Finnish driver on the F1 grid for ages. Before Bottas there was Raikkonen, before Raikkonen there was Hakkinen. Before Hakkinen, I feel like there was a bit of a gap, but there was people like JJ Leto that might have bridged the gap between him and Keke Rosberg back in the day, but it's been a good 35 years or so at least, so it's kind of sad really, no Finnish representation on the grid. But we're getting Brazil back, which is something. They're a very successful nation over the years in F1 as well. Bottas's next move is expected to be a return to Mercedes as reserve driver, potentially ousting that team's existing third driver Mick Schumacher. Schumacher, 25 years of age, was considered by Audi F1 boss Mattia Binotto for the second Sauber seat next year, especially as they know each other well from their days at Ferrari. When asked why he chose Bortoleto over Schumacher, Binotto said, "I don't think there's any blame for anyone. It's just that we decided a different choice, that's all. Maybe we should ask Toto Wolff the same thing. Why Kimi Antonelli and not Mick?" Fair point. There's no doubt, however, that failing once again to launch an F1 comeback is a massive blow to Schumacher's career. It hurts, said RTL reporter Felix Gerner, but it's clear that a generational change is coming in F1. The kids are coming. There's a lot of them. A lot of young drivers these days, for sure, in F1 right now. After a bit of stagnation, they're really coming through now, the rookies. In fact, I think next year's 4 rookies on the grid will be a record since 2019. I mean, I know it's not that long ago, but it's 5 years or so it's been a while since we've had this many rookies on the grid next year. And it's seriously, I'd even count drivers like Lawson as a rookie if he ends up getting confirmed, you know. I know he's not done a full season, which for me makes him a rookie, so he's done 2 kind of third seasons, so, you know, getting there, but I'd say he's still a rookie personally. Even Mick's uncle, Ralf Schumacher, said himself that, unfortunately, Formula 1 is rather unrealistic for Mick right now, unless someone drops out due to illness, which is true because he's like a third reserve driver for Mercedes. But Bottas could be coming for that seat as well, although he'll probably just stick around in the hypercar program in Alpine or whatever in WEC, so there is that. The question now is who will be the reserve driver and where, or will Mick now concentrate on his endurance racing career instead? Generally, I think it's good that Audi are going down a new path with a young driver who has won in Formula 3 and is currently leading Formula 2, Ralf Schumacher added. That's a similar level to Oscar Piastri. It very much is. It very much is. And Pierre Gasly, I think he did something similar during his career too, and he's done a fine job in F1. So, yeah, there's definite... I understand it. For me, it's a no-brainer. Bortoleto over Mick Schumacher. Like Schumacher, people give Schumacher a lot of crap, you know, and I get where that comes from, you know. But he has very high expectations because of his last name at the end of the day. But he's not his dad. He's not his dad, you know. He's not even as good as his uncle Ralph, I don't think. I think that's pretty safe to say. He did an okay job in F1. He crashed too much though, and in this current era of cost cap racing in Formula 1, you can't crash the car too much. It's simple as that. So yeah, I think for me it's a no-brainer to go for Bortoleto because I think Sauber will probably get some money from McLaren as well for that because he is a McLaren youngster too. Not that he needs that money, of course, you know, I think being the F2 champion this year, if he does get it, plus being the F3 champion the year before, you know, it's showing a serious upwards trend in terms of experience and the quality of the kid. And so I've no doubt he'll be a success, and I'm really excited to see where he goes because, you know, Audi for 2026, if he ends up staying another season there, which I think he probably will, that could well be one of the best seats on the grid in a couple of years' time. Next year it'll be one of the worst probably. Quite painful, but it's a baptism by fire. Fernando Alonso did it with Minardi. You know, Kimi Raikkonen did it with Sauber themselves. So, you know, it's a team that, and in terms of the pace and everything like that, it's not a bad place to start your career, because some people are talking about him being the next Brazilian world champion one day, which obviously is a hell of a long way off, of course, but he's very, very talented. He's very, very talented, and I think he's absolutely deserving of a drive. And for me, it's a no-brainer to go with Bortoleto over Mick Schumacher, personally. And Bortoleto over Bot. Bort is better than Bot in this scenario as well. So yeah, I imagine Bottas is going to be the reserve driver at Mercedes. Mick Schumacher is going to be at Alpine as a reserve driver probably, and focus on the hypercars. And Guan Yu Zhou, no idea. Might go back to being a Ferrari reserve or something. I have no idea, because he used to be affiliated with that system in the past. So we'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, do you feel sad for Mick Schumacher? Do you feel like it's deserved? I feel sad, and I feel like it's a deserved thing as well, to be honest. I don't think he's had his time in F1. He had his shot, and it just didn't work out. It happens to a lot of them. It's happened to better drivers than him. It's happened to worse drivers than him too. So yeah, we'll see you soon for some more F1 content here on the F1Chronicle.com, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell as well, and we'll see you very soon. Have a good one.